to begin taking your seats, please, ladies and gentlemen. It gets difficult for the auctioneer to identify bids and identify the correct bidders when there are people still milling about and still sort of walking to and fro. So we would ask you to begin taking your seats, please. So how this is going to work, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be very much like it has been in the past. In a little while, we'll invite our auctioneer up and we will run through the items. Just want to note that if you want to bid, you can bid. Hold your bidder number high. You have to have a number to win an item. If you don't have a number, you need to get the number ASAP. Another way that people can bid is through the YouTube comments, right? So you can bid online if you are participating at home online. You can bid there. We have people right now monitoring the comments that will bid on your behalf. So there is a link on the school website under giving/auction. So if you'd like to bid online, go to GroveCityChristianAcademy.com, go to the giving button, and then go to the annual auction and follow the link and instructions there. And when you bid, please have your bidder number from the cashiers if you don't already have it. If you don't already have it, you must have it to bid. You'll be called on when you make the bid so we can identify who gets the merchandise and who pays the price. And now, ladies and gentlemen,
good evening, everyone. Could I have your attention? We want to be respectful to those that are on stage, so if you could please keep your chatter to a minimum so that you can hear the instructions that are happening, that would be wonderful. Thank you so much.
That was very effective. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to introduce to you the Grove City Christian Academy Dean of Faculty and Students, the Reverend Lawrence.
Thank you. Bowing your head, would you please be quiet? And would you please pray with me? And so, gracious Lord, we thank you for your great love and care for us. We thank you for this school. We thank you for the many who pour out in time, talent, and treasure so that this place can exist and so that your name could go forth. We do pray that as we gather, you would fill us with a sense of joy and peace and just a real gratitude for the community that you have made possible here. So we pray that you would bless all of us as we go about tonight's fun. In your name do we pray. Amen. Now the theme for this evening is from John 15. Whoever abides in me and I in him, he that is that bears much fruit, for apart from me you can do nothing. And I think this is particularly appropriate because here at this academy we desire above all else to point students to Christ. They might learn to abide in him, and then abiding in him, they might go produce fruit wherever God sends them to go. And so, you know, the reality of Christian education is that it does not exist without parents giving generously for tuition, but it also does not exist without God's people helping support. Because I don't know of any schools in reality that operate on tuition alone. They might be there, but no Christian schools that I know of. And so my hope is that as we do go about the bidding, that you might be moved to give generously as the Lord sees fit. But we're glad you're here, and we're thankful for what looks to be and already has been a great evening. I'm going to turn it back to my esteemed MC co-host, Dr. Sean Rittenauer.
Thank you, sir. Now, it is my pleasure to introduce to you our auctioneer. This year, Jeff could not be with us. He had a prior family conflict commitment, and he referred Beth to us. She is the Mercer County livestock auctioneer and has her very own business. We very much thank her for volunteering her for our event. So thank you very much for standing in for Jeff. Yes, that's yours. Please check out our Facebook page, All Things Auctioneer. And ladies and gentlemen, Beth Hilmar.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm grateful to be here this evening. Jeff called me a few times back and said, could I come in and fill in for him this evening? This is my first time here, so bear with us. We're just going to kind of wing it, as Mr. Wittenauer and I said. Once again this evening, just remember to bid with your heart. Definitely with your pocketbook, but remember that your heart and why we are here. We are here for the children. We are here to help promote this school and to help it continue to do great things for our youth going forward in the community. Also, if you have money left over at the end of the evening and you feel that you did not maybe get something that you wanted to purchase or whatever, and you'd still like to donate, please go out and see the cashiers over at the desk over here in the hallway. Make sure that you can still tell them you can use your QR code, and they will be happy, more than happy, to take your money this evening.
Absolutely. All right, are we ready for our first item? This will be one of the pre-3 thumbprint flower pots. We will auction them separately. There's one for the AM class and one for the PM class. And just like adorable preschoolers in Mrs. Smith's Tuesday, Thursday, AM and PM classes, these ceramic pots exude miniature cuteness. They're adorned with the class's fingerprints and names. The pots will bring joy to your heart even on those cloudy Pennsylvania spring days, of which there are many. It's like... No, never mind. We'll auction off the morning class first, followed by the PM class. Be sure to bid on the right one, as your preschooler will remember you winning this keepsake forever, and you don't want to be the one to know. Don't want to be the one that won the wrong class's flower pot. So a special thanks to you, Shelby Sievers, our amazing auction chair, and KCK Creations in Newcastle, who helped bring these treasures to life. And so with that said, let's auction off the AM flower pot, the pre-3 AM flower pot.
Okay, Mrs. Smith's class, the pre-3 AM class. We're doing the AM class first, so don't get confused on the PM class till next. Right. Okay, here we go right there, and the pot's right over here. Okay, selling the pot's right there. What are you thinking right there? What are you thinking right there? Who get $50 and go? Who get 50? Now, here, let me say something. If you get your bid buyers numbers out, it sure helps to make things a little easier for all of us. And just bid with your heart. But just make sure you're able to cover it in the hallway when you go to leave, okay? Okay, so who get $50, $50 and $50, $50 and $50? Who get $25, $25, $30, $25 and 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 $30? That seems awful cheap to take home with your little keepsake. $30, 40, 30, 40, 30, 40, 30, 40, 30. You want to give $35, man, make him pay the 40. $30, 35, $30, 35, $30, 35, $30, 35, 35, $30, 35, 35, 35. Sold at $30, buyer 7031. 7031.
Congratulations. And now we will have the afternoon class flower pot.
Okay, Mrs. Smith's afternoon class right here. What are you thinking right there? What are you thinking? Who get $50? $50 and $50, $50. Who get $25? Let's go for the afternoon class. Who get $25? $25. Let's go. $25 and $30. 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 $30, 30. Sold out, $25. Buyer number 7051. Is that 51? 7051. 7051.
All right, now we have a When I Grow Up chalkboard. Is that correct? This, as a little kid, it's all about getting bigger, ladies and gentlemen. You sit straight up, stay up late, get taller, be older. As parents and grandparents, we want time to slow down. This classroom project is a little bit of both. There's a sweet black and white photograph of the students in Mrs. Smith's AM and PM pre-K classes holding signs of their current dreams for the future. Don't miss this chance to freeze time. Thank you to Sarah Bell for this project, one of our Academy teachers, for making us all cry. Thank you so much. No Kleenex included. And like the three flower pots, we will start with the AM class first, and they'll followed by the PM class.
Boy, I wish I could have done something here to say what
all
I
right.
wanted to be when I grow up. We're still working on it. So here we go. We got the pre-K here for Mrs. Smith's When I Grow Up. Okay, what are you thinking right there? Who get $50, $50, and $50, $50, and $50, $50, and $50? Who get $25? Who get $25, $30, $30, $40, $30, $40, $50, $40, $50, $40, $50, $40, $50, $40, $50. Sir, you'll always remember what you want to be when you grow up when you look at this again. 50, 60, 50, 60, 50, and 60, $60, 70, 60, 70, 60, 70, sir. Sir, this is like checkers. 70, 80, 70, 80, 70, and 80, $80, ma'am. 80, 90, 80, and 90, 80, and 90, 90, $100, ma'am. You always remember what you pay when you have even numbers. 100, 110, $100, 110, 110, $100, 110, 110, 120, 110, 120, 130, 120, 130, 120, 130. I'm in the right side, 120, 130. I got you at 120, ma'am, but if you want to give 130, I'll take you. 130, 140, 130, 140, 130, 140. You guys could maybe put your money together and split it half the time. 130, 140, 130, 140, 140, 140, 130, 140. Sold out $130, Joe. They were kind of picking on you if your name's Joe, yeah. $130. What's your buyer's number, hon? Did you get a number? 7020, 7020.
Congratulations. And now we'll have the afternoon, Mrs. Smith, When I Grow Up.
Well, sir, you didn't get the morning, so maybe in the afternoon when you grow up, you can figure out what this one says. Who get $50, $50, and $50, $50, and $50? Who get $25 on the 25, 30, $25 and $30, 25 and 30, 20? Does somebody want to bid against him? Because I know he'll go again. $30, 40, 30, 40, 50, 50, 60, 50, 60, 60, 70, $70, 80, 80, 90, 80, and 90, 80. Grandpa, go ahead. 90. No, I took him 90, 100, 110, $100, 110, 120, 120, 130, 120. They might combine their money, sir. 120, 130, 130, 130, 140, 140, 150, 140, 150, 150, 150, 160, 160, 170, 170, 170. Grandpa, would you like to bid again? 100. Sir, did you want that, sir? How are you doing? You doing good? 160, 170, 160, 170, 170, 160, 170. Sold out $160. Buyers 7006. 7006.
Congratulations. And now we have the kindergarten class projects, both, again, a morning class and an afternoon class. It's the Mrs. Good's fingerprint flower egg plate. The fingerprint flower egg plate. And let's be honest, kindergarten is a delicate balance. Sort of like an egg on the equinox. In fact, it's more delicate than that. It is like an egg on the equinox during an eclipse. Students learn to read, start cursive, and practice life skills under Mrs. Good's gracious hand. And both kindergarten classes created fingerprint egg plates adorned with their fingerprints and names. Now, while useful, these keepsakes will provide joy more than just when serving deviled eggs on Easter and at potlucks, as they serve as a reminder to the sweet time our students had in kindergarten. Once again, thank you to Shelby Sievers and GCCA Creations in Newcastle for assisting with these ceramic projects. We will start with the morning class egg platter and then repeat with the PM class.
Okay, Mrs. Good's morning class right here. Here we go right there on the fingerprint eggplant platter right there. What are you thinking right there? Who get $50, $50 and $50, $50 and $50, $50. Who get $25? 25, 30, 30, 40, 30, 40, 50, 40, 50, 40, 50, 40, 50. Don't hide, ma'am. Look at me. 40, 50, 50, 60, 50, 60, 60, 60, 60, 70, $70, $70, 80, $70, 80, $80, 80, 80 and 90, 80 and 90, 80 and 90, 80 and 90, 100, 90 and 100, 90 and 100, 90 and 100, 90 and 100, $100, sir. 100, 110, $100, 110, 110. He's not going to share his eggs with you, ma'am. $100, 110, $100, 110, 110, 110, $100, 110, 110. Sold out $100. Buyer 7031, 7031 for $100.
Congratulations, bidder. And now we'll have the afternoon kindergarten class project, the fingerprint flower egg plate.
Okay, you didn't say that 10 times fast,
That's
did
what
you?
I was
know?
thinking
Yeah,
the
I was
same
thinking about
thing,
that,
yes.
Okay, what are you thinking right there on Mrs. Good's afternoon class, right there on the platter, right there on the egg platter, right there? Here it comes, right here. What are you thinking right there? Get $50, $50 and $50, $50 and $50, $50. Who get $25 on this egg platter? 25, 30, 25 and 30, 25 and $30, 25 and 30, 25 and 30, 25 and $30, 25 and 30. You know, the eggs sit just as nice on this one as the last one. 30, 40, 30, 40, 30, 40, 50, 40, 50, 40, 50, 40, 50, 40, 50, 60, 50, 60. Ma'am, there's no friends at an auction. 50, 60, 50 and 60, 50, 60, 50 and 60, 50, 60, 50 and 60, 50 and 60, 50 and 60. Sold out $50. Buyer 7028, $50 to 7028.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we want right now to transition into the first section of our live auction packages, but we're going to take first a minute to thank our premium platinum sponsors. We thank you very much for your tremendous support for this year's event. Our platinum sponsors include Imperial Systems Incorporated, Northwestern Mutual Gould Financial, the Rennick Brothers Mechanical Contractors, Sandy Lake Implement, Somers Dentistry, and the Turner Insurance Agency Incorporated in Harrisville. Thank you, Platinum sponsors. All right, so now our next package that we will auction off is the Seneca Hills Essentials Camper Kit. The Seneca Hills Essentials Campers Kit, it's donated by Seneca Hills Bible Camp and Retreat Center and Josh and Shelby Sievers. The kit includes a week of fun and biblical instruction in an extraordinary setting. It's good for 100% of the fee of the residential camp. It cannot be used for edge camps. The scholarship code must be applied at the time of your online registration. The register early as your certificate does not secure a spot. So you have to register and be accepted to get in and be able to use it. The campers are ages 5 to 18. You can contact Seneca Hills office for a code and with any questions. The camping essentials include 2 bath towels, a 40-ounce water bottle, a bed in a bag set, a pillow, a small flashlight, an ESV study Bible, which is not cheap in and of itself, a notebook, colored pens, and, of course, bug spray. So the Seneca Hills Essentials Camper Kit.
Okay, let's send the kids camping now. Who give $1,000 and go give 10, 10, 110, 10 and 10, 10 and 10, 5, 505, 5 and 5, 5 and 5, 5 and 5, $300 to send your child to camp. Who get 300? Give 2, 202, 2 and 2, 2 and 2, 2 and 2. Give $100, $100 now, $100 now, $100, $100, $100 and a quarter, $100, 1 and a quarter, 1 and a quarter, $100, 100 and a quarter, 125's all, 125, 150, 150, 175, 150, 175, 175, 175, 200, 200, 2 and a quarter, 200, 2 and a quarter, 2, 2 and a quarter, 200, 2 and a quarter, 2 and a quarter, 2, 2 and a quarter. Cheap now, 2 and a quarter, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 275, 275, 300, 300, 300, 300, 300, 275 and 3. You're not in. 275, 300, 3 and a quarter, 300, 3 and a quarter, 3, 3 and a quarter, 300, 3 and a quarter, 3 and a quarter, 325's all, sir. 300, 3 and a quarter, 300, 3 and a quarter, 300, 3 and a quarter. Are you all done? Sold out $300 to buyer 7024, $300 to 7024. That is a deal. That's a good deal.
Absolutely. And now we have the Slope Seekers Paradise. It won't be long before the outdoors once again look like Narnia under the siege of the White Witch. Take heart, though. With this ski package, you'll be shooting the mountain or sipping hot chocolate in a lodge to your heart's content. There are 27 different runs and 4 terrain parks and a 7-lane tubing arena. These 2 Peak and Peak gift cards valued at $50 and $250 will easily keep your entire family happy. There's also 2 Putsy's ski gift cards valued at $100, and they can give your gear, you can keep your gear in tip-top shape or get on your way to owning the latest and greatest gear available. This also includes a ski bag and assorted sizes of hot chilies, just to warm your insides. This is donated by Putsy Ski Den and Ryan and Cynthia Wells. So the Slope Seekers Paradise.
And you got it. Okay, there we go. Hey, we know that the weather's going to turn. It's going to turn nice again, but it's guaranteed to snow again this year at some point. So, who gives $700 to go ski package? Who gives 7? Give 5. 505, 5 and 5, 5 and 5, 5 and 5. $300. Let's go. Who give 3? 303. And skiing's not getting any cheaper. Who give 300? Give 2. 200, 2 and a quarter. 200, 2 and a quarter, 2, 2 and a quarter. 200, 2 and a quarter, 225 now. 200, 2 and a quarter, 2 and a quarter, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 75, 275, 300, 300, 3 and a quarter, 3 and a quarter, 3 and a half, 3 and a quarter, 3 and a half, 3 and a half. Sir, don't be looking around. Look at me. 3 and a quarter, 3 and a half. 3 and a quarter, 3 and a half. 3 and a quarter, 350 is all, sir. 350, 375, $400, $400, $400, $400, $400, 375, 4, 375 and 4, 375 and $400, 375 now $400. Sold out 375. Oh, ma'am, you almost slept through church. What do you think? Did she bid late? Sir, do you care if I take her bid? 400, 4 and a quarter. 4 and a quarter, 4 and a half. Ma'am, it's Pennsylvania state law that when you bid late like that, you need to bid twice. 450, 475, 475, 4 and a half, 75, 4 and a half and 75, 4 and a half. Chuck, could you show them that in the rule book, please? 4 and a half, 475. Sold out 450. You bought it, ma'am. Can I see your number, please? Could I see your number, please? Thank you. 7041, 7041.
All right, now we come to the Central Pennsylvania experience. Oftentimes, we want to go beyond Western PA to go just a little bit east. And you can do this while at the same time getting your gas tank full, your stomach full, and your day full. This package is chock full of all kinds of goodies. There are 3 $10 Chick-fil-A gift cards, a $50 Chipotle gift card, 2 $25 Ponderosa gift cards, and a $100 Sheetz gift card, which will get you at least, 4 gallons of gas these days. I don't make the news, I'm just sharing it with you. It includes 2 free admission tickets to Del Grosso's Amusement Park and Laguna Splash, 2 ride-all-day passes to Nobles Amusement Resort, 4 family passes to the Turkey Hill Experience, a $500 gift card to Hershey Park, Hershey Park's keepsake recipe tin and recipe cards, 2 Sight and Sound theater tickets, a $400 Airbnb gift card, and the coveted Amish horse and buggy picture. And we know that they don't like to have their pictures taken. But anyway, this is a Central PA experience. Oh, by the way, this is donated by Del Grosso's Amusement Park and Laguna Splash, Noble's Amusement Resort, Ponderosa Steakhouse, Sheetz, Sight and Sound Theater, Turkey Hill Experience, and Ryan and Cynthia Wells, and more.
And what a deal. You can take a trip and never leave Pennsylvania.
Absolutely.
Okay, what are you thinking? There's an awful lot in this gift package right there. We give 2,000 to go, give 2, 2,002, 2 and 2, 2 and 2. Give $1,000 to get away from Western Pennsylvania, the sun capital of Mercer County. Who gave 1,000 to go give 10? 10, 110, 10 and 10, 10 and 10, 5, 5, 6, 5 and 6. Chuck, you want to just get out of Dodge, don't you? 5, 6, 506, 5 and 6 and 7, 6 and 7, 6 and 7 and 8 and 7 and 8, 8 and 9, 900, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000. Well, how's everybody doing? I'm good. So that should be 11, 12, 1,300, sir. Boy, that went pretty fast, didn't it? I got 1,000 here. You want to give 1,100, sir? 1,100, $1,000 10, 11, $1,000 11, $1,100, $1,000 11, 1,100 12, 1,100 12 and 13, 1,300, 1,300, 1,300, 13 and 14, 13 and 14, 13 and 14, 13 and 1,400, 13 and 14, 13 and 14, 13 and 1,400, 13 and 1,400. Would you like back in, sir, over here? 1,300 and 1,400. Sold out, $1,300. I hope he was allowed to bid, Dad. 7031, 1,300 to 7031.
All right, now we have a package called Road Trippin', and this is a package that sort of encourages you to travel a little bit farther afield, perhaps even outside the state of Pennsylvania. You don't have to travel far, however. You can head to Western Ohio or Northern Kentucky when you claim this package as your own. This package includes 4 tickets to the Cincinnati Zoo, 2 tickets to the Creation Museum, 2 tickets to Kings Island, and you won't need to worry about saving for hotel reservations with a $400 Hotels.com gift card. Also, a $100 Speedway gift card, and a U.S. National Park framed photo and scratch-off poster. This Road Trippin' package was donated by Creation Museum, Kings Island, Ryan and Cynthia Wells, and more. So let's bid like they vote in Chicago early and often for the Road Trippin' package.
Well, he taught me on that one. I was going to say my dad always said go west.
that too.
Yeah. So we'll go with his instead of mine. So what do you think? Who gave $1,000 to go out of the state of Pennsylvania, Northern Kentucky, let alone Western Ohio? Give 1,000 to go get 10, 10, 110, 10 and 10, 5, 505, 5 and 5, 5 and 5, 5 and 5, 5, 6, 5 and 6 and 7, 6 and 7, 6 and 7, 6 and 7, 6 and 7. What's the internet say? 6. Say again?
625.
Well, by God, I never thought of that. 6 1/4, 6 1/2. 675, they need to bid again. 6 1/2, 675, 675, 650, 675, 650. Tell them the Pennsylvania rule. They cut it now. They got to bid twice. 675, 6 1/2, 675, 75, 700, 700, 7 1/4, 700, 7 1/4, 725, 750, 750, 775, 775, 775, 775, 800, 8 1/4, 800, 8 1/4, 8, 8 1/4, 800, 8 1/4, 8 1/4, 8 1/4, 8 1/2, 8 1/4, 8 1/2. What's the internet say? 8 1/4, 8 1/2, 8 1/4, 8 1/2, 825, 850, 850, 850. Sold out 825 to buyer number. Did you get a buyer number? She did. 7018, 7018, 7018.
Congratulations. Now we want to take just a 30-second commercial break to thank our gold sponsors for their extraordinary generosity this year. You'll recognize these businesses as long-standing cornerstones of this event. Our gold sponsors include Lighthouse Apartments, LLC, Three Rivers Concessions, LLC, Liberty Trust Group, LLC, Clark's Donuts, and Cash Dollar and Associates, LLC. Let's give a round of applause for our gold sponsors. Thank you very much for your generosity. And now let's move back to some Mill Street classroom projects. The first project will be the 5th grade Mrs. Burnworth Family Cookbook. At first I saw this package and I thought it was Mrs. Buttersworth Family Cookbook. That's a different lady altogether, it turns out. The Mrs. Burnworth Family Cookbook. This is a family cookbook with recipes from all of our 5th grade families. So real recipes from real people. The 5th grade is full of making new memories. The students study the Civil War, visit Gettysburg, and learn how to draw the map of the United States from memory. They also plan and host our annual Missions Week, which includes the Missions Carnival and Class Penny Wars. This year's efforts went to support one of our own 5th graders, Olivia Gomez, and her family, who will be returning full-time to the mission field in Mexico this summer. From our fifth graders' kitchens to yours, enjoy this collaborative cookbook with recipes from all of our families, including a Mexican specialty, tacos dorados, from the Gomez family. And as you make your own memories in the kitchen. Now, thank you to Rebecca Leese, a fifth grade mom and Academy Board member, for being our writer, editor, and publisher. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the family cookbook.
Okay, time to get home. This is better than Betty Crocker.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, because it came from the children.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Selling a cookbook right there. What are you thinking right there? Give $100. $100 now, $100 now, $100 one a quarter, $100 one a quarter, one and a half, one a quarter, one and a half, 75, 175, 200, 200, 200, two and a quarter, two and a half, 75, 2 and a half, 75, 300, 300, three and a quarter, three and a quarter, 300, three and a quarter, 300, three and a quarter, standing up, sir, 300, three and a quarter, 300, three and a quarter, three and a quarter, three and a quarter, three and a half, 375, $400, $400. You don't want to go hungry, sir. 375, $400. $400, $400, 375 and 4, 375 and $400, 375 now, $400. Do you want to say yes or yes, sir? 375 and $400. Sold out, 375. You win. Lot buyer number 7028, 7028.
All right, now we have the sixth grade Mr. Coover's class project, the wall planters. And I must say, I'm always impressed by the creativity of the various class projects, and this project is no exception. The sixth grade classroom project nods to the World War II Victory Garden projects that encouraged home gardening and canning as a patriotic gesture to help feed those dealing with food rationing. These beautiful wall hangings are an easy way to join the effort and grow a bit of your own food today. The class assembled the lattice work and planted herbs to help start your indoor garden. We want to thank Brody Whitley for her green thumb in the sixth grade. The sixth grade wall planters.
Okay, they're already started, ready to go home, right there, ready to go to your home to help you not either grow weeds, but grow herbs.
Yes, herbs.
Yes. Okay, what are you thinking right there? Who give 100 and go? Give 100. $100 now, $100 now, $100 now, one. Give 50. $50 and 50, $50 and 50. Who give $50 to grow? 50, 75, ma'am. 75, $100, sir. 75, $100, 100 and a quarter, one and a quarter, one and a half, one and a quarter, one and a half, 125, 150, 120. Have you been to the grocery store lately, sir? 150, 175, $200, $200, 200, 202, 200, two and a quarter, 200, two and a quarter, two and a half, two and a quarter, two and a half, quarter half, quarter half. Sir, don't look over there. Don't worry about who's bidding over there. Just bid this way. 2 and a quarter, 2 and a half, 2 and a quarter, 2 and a half, 275, 2 and a half, 75. I wouldn't let him intimidate you like that, ma'am. 2 and a half, 275, 2 and a half, 75, 275, 250, 75, 2 and a half and 75, 2 and a half. He's still over here. 2 and a half, 275, 275. Sold out, $250. Buyer number 7031, 250 to 7031.
Congratulations. Now we come to the seventh grade project, Mr. Richucci's class, the decorative coffee mug collections. As many of you know, Grove City Christian Academy attempts to provide a classical Christian education, and classical education can be divided into 3 parts: grammar, logic, and rhetoric. In 7th grade, our students begin their study of logic. Students think critically, learn sound reasoning to argue well, and are trained to grasp not only information, but to make analytical connections. And can I just say, by the way, just as an advertisement, this is really true. They really do this. I cannot count how many times trying to engage in conversation with my daughters about something and I wish they wouldn't have learned how to argue so well. A little bit too clever for me. But with all this deep thinking comes the need for a warm beverage as they ponder classic literature and history and biblical truths. Maybe a hot cup of joe, maybe some Earl Grey. You too can enjoy a warm beverage with your 7th graders, regardless of how well you can critically think, using their classroom projects. Each set of 6 coffee mugs were hand-painted by the 7th graders and include various animals, quotes, and scriptures. Thank you to Liz Morris, an Academy mom and teacher, for assisting with this classroom project. We will sell 3 sets in a row. So there'll be 3 sets that we'll be auctioning off independently. Is that correct? Is that right? Am I getting some? I think that is correct. So it's 1 set at a time.
Okay. So we're going to go with this first set right here. Hey, let's give our Vanna Whites up here this evening a nice round of applause, donating their time to come in here and carry this stuff around this evening. That's sometimes hard to do. Okay, so we're going to sell this first set right here. Selling the first set right there. What are you thinking right there? Who get $50, $50, and $50, $50, 50, 75, 50, 60, $50, 60, 50, 60, 50, and 60, 50, 60, 50, and 60, 60, 70, $70, 80, 70, 80, 90, 80 and 90, 80 and 90, 90 and 100, 90 and 100, $100, 110, $100, 110. Ma'am, I know you have money. You haven't got anything really done yet. $100, 110, $100, 110. You went a lot higher. $100, 110, 110, $100, 110, 110, 110, $100, 110, 110, 110, 110, 110, 110. Sold out $100, buyer 7056. 7056. Now, do you want to say anything about, we're just going to continue on? Okay, we'll just continue on here with our next Vanna here. She's got this nice little light colored set right there. Sorry. Who give $50, $50, and 50, 50, 50, 60, 70, $70, $70, 80, $80, 90, $90, 100, $100, 100, 90 and 1, 90 and 1, 90 and 1, $90, $100, 110, $100, 110, 110, 120, 120, 130, 130, 140, 140, 150, 150, 160, 170, 170, 160, 170, 160, 170. Ma'am, we're going to sell you the coffee a little later. 160, 170, 160, 170, 170, 170, 160, 170. Sold out $160, buyer 7052, 7052. Then here we have our next set right here. We have this next set right here. Ma'am, do you want to give $100 to start this set? 100. Look at her. She's stepping right up. $100, 110, $100, 110. You're going to leave these ladies outbid you, sir. 110, 120, 110, 120, 130, 120, 130, 120. Ma'am, what would you like to do? $130. This would be our last set of mugs like this. 120, 130, 120, 130, 120, 130, 130, 130, 120, 130. Sold out $120. She is the winner this time. Could you turn it toward me? 7007. 7007.
All right, just like the cookbook we just auctioned, this year's fundraiser takes many different ingredients working together to create something good like what we're experiencing this evening. And we do want to express our gratitude to a few of our extra special helpers. Many thanks to Dr. Sean Rittenauer for emceeing, and he's provided color for this event year after year. I'm amazed by Shelby Sievers and how much she works to make this a reality. This is her 4th year as an auction chair. Cynthia Wells has helped to plan and execute the classroom projects and the decorations. Thank you, Cynthia. Mrs. Jessica Richards has helped organize the teachers and faculty as and sometimes it's like herding cats, some of us, not all of us, but some of us, for the teacher treasure. So thank you to Jessica Richards. Megan Weber and Ashley Rail have spearheaded our acts of service, and that's still happening. So if you are looking for a teenager to do babysitting or clean or there's different acts of service over there. Make sure you hit that before you leave. But thank you to those 2 ladies. Also to Kirsten Stewart, Kristen Clem, Cynthia Wells, Danielle Wan, Liz Morris, Lily Hasenplu, Patty Niedenhauser, and many others who have helped procure and package, and the many, many donors who made 131 baskets a reality. So thank you. It's amazing. How about the delicious food tonight? I want to give a big thanks to Amelia Eckert. She's back there somewhere. Food service coordinator. Thanks to Ben and Ivy Hasenplu. Everything social media, the live feed, YouTube, And we are really blessed at the Academy to have such a dedicated and gifted director of development that we have in Ivy Hasenplu's. So thank you to the Hasenplu's. And to the many, many families who have worked, who have participated to make this event happen. It is a real blessing to our Academy. With all of those thanks given, we now move to part 2 of our live auction.
All right. Before we do anything else, I was handed a very important note. It said that the teacher treasures were done, and there are still some who are unclaimed. Some who are unclaimed. And so if you want them, you can just go and claim them. That's what my instructions were. So that's right. No, I'm okay. I'm okay. If you want to claim the teacher treasures, feel free to go before you leave, sign up for something that's not unclaimed. You can have them. And now we will begin part 2. And the first item will be the pretzel fun with Mrs. Bell. Pretzel fun with Mrs. Bell. And here comes Mrs. Bell.
Hi. I'm supposed to tell you what, thank you. I'm supposed to tell you what pretzel fun means. I was asked to show you what pretzel fun means. However, I will not show anyone how to make my pretzels unless they win the bid, right? That's a gift for you to get my secret. But I am going to show, thank you, Reverend Lawrence and Mr. Rettenauer, how to form a pretzel. We're ready. And so we're using Play-Doh. What you will get if you bid on this is your students' class will get to leave class and come make pretzels. And if you don't want your child to miss out on class, they can have pretzels delivered to them. So, here we go. I put that right there. Okay, first pick some colors.
How many?
2 would be great, just 2. Or 4. Put them together. All right, so first when we make a pretzel, can you all maybe not see? That's okay. How great they do. Yep. We want to form a log together. Yeah. And then you're going to roll it out. Oh, I'm super loud too, but okay, roll it out. Good. You want to make sure it's even all around. Not quite like that. That's all right. It's good. Don't worry, you'll be getting me, not other people. Okay, once you have a pretty good log, these look all right. Oh, mine's actually, that's all right. Once you have a pretty good log, this is the trick.
Do I get intern credit for this?
Yeah. Okay, you also want to slap your log. Great. Try not to break it. Well,
This is terrible. Hold on, please.
you try again.
Okay.
So that's good. Okay, once you slap your log, then you are going to form your pretzel. Now, my signature is a double twist. You don't have to, but you will put it down, twist twice, press, and then you have a pretzel. This is applause. Thank you. Thank you. Let's see. That's pretty good. That is not. All right, the bidding starts at $10,000. That's all I have.
Now, I wait. Hold on.
I have a prize for you.
Oh, fun. Oh,
Non-homemade
really?
pretzels.
Oh, thank you so much. Well, it's not the same, but it's pretty close.
And you're welcome to keep this.
Oh, thank you so much. Now, my question is, the pretzels that will be made, are they made out of Play-Doh?
No.
Oh, they're actual dough.
They're made of dough.
Dodo,
And
okay.
they will be able to eat them, both
Oh, very
butter
good.
and cinnamon sugar.
Excellent. Ooh, all right. Well, that's something to bid for right there. Thank you very much, Mrs. Bell. Ring-a-ding-ding. Well, there's not much more we can say about this. Making fresh homemade pretzels for Mrs. Bell. You can deliver a fresh batch to your classroom, and if your classroom doesn't get them, there's no need to be salty about it. I didn't write that, but that's pretty funny. Thank you. That's really good. This, by the way, is donated by Anonymous. That great person who has written a lot of stuff on the internet, Anonymous. Take it away.
I think that the presentation deserves a round of applause there. And I think that those are priceless memories that you just made there. And if you ever get out of a job, Mrs. Bell would probably hire you.
I could.
I'm thinking she might have you box them. Yeah. Okay, selling the pretzels right there for Mrs. Bell. Right there, they're going to throw me off the stage here in a second. Okay, what are you thinking right there on the pretzels right there? We give 100 and go, give 100. $100 now, $100 now, $100 now, $100, 1 1/4, 1 1/4, 1 1/2, 1 1/2, 75, 175, 175, 200, 2 1/4, 200, 2 1/4, 2, 2 1/4, 2 1/4, 2 1/2, 275, 275, 275, 300, 3 1/4, 300, 3 1/4, 3 1/2, 375. I'll be back. 400. Okay, ma'am in the glasses, look at me. 400. 400. Yeah, that's you. 400. Now you two down from her. 4 1/4. 4 1/4. Now you beside her. 4 1/4. 400, 4 1/4. Sir, 425. 425. 450, ma'am. 450. 475, sir. 475. $500. 5 1/4. 575. 600. Ma'am, if you just say $1,000, it might blow him out of the water. You'll say 1,000, sir? Thank you. $1,000. 1,100. 1,100. 1,100. Ma'am, now I have not forgotten you. I need $1,100. Well, do you want to partner with those other two women over there, and you might get there? $1,000, 11. $1,000, 1,100. $1,000, 1,100. Sold out $1,000. Thank you, sir. 7044. 7044. $1,000. Yes, sir. We was on the first one. Yes. Yes.
So this is the pretzel delivery for Mrs. Bell, is that correct?
Yes.
Is that what's next? Okay, all right. So this, enjoy the show. Mrs. Bell will host a cooking show for one classroom on the art of making pretzels, and this is donated by Eric and Sarah Bell.
Okay, sir, do you want to learn how to make those pretzels? You're just going to eat them.
Well, that's okay.
I'm just going by his reading.
So,
Yeah. So how do you want to do this, Dr. Whitnow?
well, it seems to me,
You read the first one here.
yes, and so the second.
So now we
need to talk to the people in
Oh my gosh, we need to have someone of a higher power than we are up here. Shelby. He thought he was buying the demonstration.
Okay. Okay. All right.
This is the delivery. This is the delivery.
And this is a delivery then. Okay. All right. Very good. So we're just.
Okay. You okay?
I'm fine.
We're going with the delivery from Mrs. Bell. This was donated by Eric and Sarah Bell. And Mrs. Bell will host a cooking show for one classroom. Okay. Here we go right there. Sir, this is not it. This is wrong spelling. This is wrong. We're not going to read that. This is wrong.
The first one was the cooking show, the whole shebang. That's number one. Number two is just the delivery. So number two, she's gonna pop some fresh pretzels out of the oven, and she's gonna deliver them to your class. So whoever got number one, Mr. Nate Whitley, that is for the whole class, cooking show, all the thing. Number 2 is just pretzel delivery. You're eating them. They're coming to your class for more. And delicious, of course.
Absolutely.
And the same pretzels.
No,
They're
sir,
magically
she was saying just a little bit ago her oven's not working correctly. So if you'd like to buy this second deal at $1,000, we'll just go on. That didn't work out, did it? That didn't work out.
Do they come with mustard? Ooh, I like that even better. That's fine.
Okay, selling
sounds
deal
cheesy to
number
me.
2. Okay, what are you thinking right there? Who give 500 and go give 2? 202, 2 and 2, 2 and 2, give 100. $100, 1 and a quarter, 1 and a half, 75, 75, 200, 2 and a quarter, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 275, 275, 300, 300. Ma'am, I know you have more money because you bid up to 6. 300, 3 and a quarter, 3 and a quarter, 3 and a half, 3 and a quarter, 3 and a half. Go again, hon. 3 and a half, 375, $400, 4 and a quarter, 4 and a quarter. Say 500, ma'am. 500. Sir, you didn't give me the chance to ask you what I'd like to have. She bid 500. 5 and a quarter, 500, 5 and a quarter, 500, 5 and a quarter, 5 and a quarter, 500, 5 and a quarter, 5 and a quarter, 525. Sold out $500, 7007. $500 to 7007.
All right, now here we have a relatively unique item. This is a Specialized Roll 2.0 hybrid bike, combining the comfort of a paved ride with the versatility of a light gravel bypass at your discretion. The Specialized Roll 2.0 bike package elevates your biking experience to a whole new level. Roll 2.0 flaunts comfortable upright geometry, micro shift gears, wide grippy 650B tires, and more to make your experience behind the bars like no other. This Specialized Roll 2.0 hybrid bike is donated by Lucy Wan and Pro Bike and Run.
Okay, here we go, right there. Okay, the Specialized Roll 2.0 hybrid bike. Okay, what are you thinking right there? Who give 1,000, go get 10, 10, 110, 10 and 10, 10 and 10, 10 and 10, 5, 505, 5 and 5, 5 and 5. Have you guys priced these bikes lately? $500. Who give 5? 505, 5 and 5, 3, 303, 3 and 3, 3 and 3, 3 and 3, 3 and 3, $300. 300, 3 and a quarter, 300, 3 and a quarter, 3, 3 and a quarter, 300, 3 and a quarter. Hey, 3 and a quarter, 3 and a half, 3 and a half, 375, 400, 400, 4 and a quarter, 400, 4 and a quarter, 4 and a half, 4 and a half, 75, 475. What's the internet say? 4 and a half, 75. They're sleeping, huh? 4 and a half, 75, 4 and a half, 75, 4 and a half and 75, 454, 75, $500. 5 and a quarter, 5 and a quarter, 5 and a quarter, 5 and a quarter, 500, 5 and a quarter, 5 and a half, 5 and a half, 5 and a half, 5 and a quarter, 5 and a half, 5 and a quarter, 5 and a half, quarter half, 5 and a half, 575, 575, 575, $600, 600, 6 and a quarter, 600, 6 and a quarter, 6, 6 and a quarter, 600, 6 and a quarter, 6, 6 and a quarter. Sir, she really wants it. 600, 6 and a quarter, 600, 6 and a quarter, 6 and a quarter, 6 and a quarter, 600, 6 and a quarter. Sold out $600. Buyer 7036. 7036 for $600.
Congratulations, bidder. Now we come to the second bicycle, the Cannondale Trail 6 bike. The Cannondale Trail 6 bike. This package offers an excellent ride for low-impact trails and gravel roads. With durability and handling at the forefront of its design, it can take you not only to the trail, but beyond. One highlight of this piece is the Cannondale Trail 6 boasts a lightweight, smart form C3 alloy frame, not B3, but C3 alloy frame, which allows it to outperform bikes in its class and doesn't feel like arm day at the gym when it comes time to put it on the bike rack before heading home. This Trail 6 bike is donated also by Lucy Wan and by Pro Bike and Run.
Did you miss something? You missed the helmet. Look at that nice bike helmet that's going with that bike as well.
With a reflector on it, no less.
Absolutely. That's worth at least 200 right there, isn't it? The bike helmet.
I think so.
Yeah. Okay. All right, what are you thinking right there? I give 1,000 and go get 10. 10, 110, 10 and 10, 10 and 10, 10 and 10, 5. 505, sir. Sir. 500, 5 and a half, 5 and a quarter, 500, 5 and a quarter, 500, 5 and a quarter, 5, 5 and a quarter, 500, 5 and a quarter, 5 and a quarter, 5 and a half, 550, 5 and a quarter, 5 and a half, 5 and a half, 75, 575, 75, 6, 600, 6 and a quarter, 600, 6 and a quarter, 6, 6 and a quarter, 6 and a half, 6 and a half, 6 and a half. Sir, we're going to throw the bike in with the helmet. 6 and a quarter, 6 and a half, 6 and a quarter, 6 and a half. So it goes really good downhill, sir. 6 and a quarter, 6 and a half, 6 and a quarter, 6 and a half, quarter half, 6 and a quarter, 6 and a half. Sold out 625 to buyer 7047. 7047 for 625.
All right, and here's a neat one. This package is called Up, Up, and Away. Up, Up, and Away, not in a beautiful balloon, but in an airplane. You can spend some quality time with your little one on an airplane ride to Carroll County Airport. You can enjoy a nice lunch at the airport restaurant and then head back to Grove City Airport. The flight is approximately 30 minutes each way. The plane will be flown by pilots Jeff and Garrett Richardson. The package includes an aviation bag, aviator glasses, plane socks, a tin cockpit sign, stickers, tumbler, a t-shirt, a sweatshirt, and a Sport Cub S2 615 millimeter plane. I said it was special. It's part of our weight loss program here. That's Up, Up, and Away. Up, Up, and Away, donated by Jeff and Jackie Richardson.
Okay, we're going up, up, and away right there. What are you thinking right there? Up, up, and away right there. Who give 2,000 and go get 2. 2,002, 2 and 2, 2 and 2. Give $1,000. Let's go. Who give 10, 10, 110, 10 and 10, 10 and 10, 10 and 10. Have you flown the commercial airlines lately? Who give 500? Who give 5, 505, 5 and 5, 5 and 5, 3, 303, 3 and 3, 3 and 3, 3 and 3, $200 to go up and away. Sir, you don't have to pedal. You give 200. Who give 2? 200, 200, 2 and a quarter, 2 and a quarter, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 75, 275, 250, 75, 300, 303, 303, 300, 300, 3 and a quarter, 3, 3 and a quarter, 300, 3 and a quarter, 3 and a half, 3 and a quarter, 3 and a half, 3 and a half. Your turn now. 3 and a quarter, 3 and a half, 3 and a quarter, 3 and a half, 3 and a half, 3 and a quarter, 3 and a half, 350's all. 3 and a quarter, 3 and a half, quarter half, 3 and a half, 375, 375, 375, 375. 375, 400, 400, 4 and a quarter, 400, 4 and a quarter, 400. Sir, he might let you drive. 4 and a quarter, 4 and a half. 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 Quarter half, quarter half. Is he allowed to bid? Huh? Okay, 450, 475. 475, 475, 4 and a half, 475, 4 and a half and 75, 4 and a half, 75, 475. You're going to have a case of the wish I would-has tomorrow. 4 and a half, 475, 4 and a half, 75, 4 and a half and 75. Sold out 450. What's your number, Sunshine? You won. What's your number? 7033. 7033.
All right, now we have the Grill Master Ultimate Package. The Grill Master Ultimate Package. And with this package, George Foreman will have nothing on you. You will be the new Grill Master. This package includes a Blackstone 1813 original 22-inch griddle with stand and accessory kit. It also includes a barbecue cookbook, a collapsible cutting board, a Global Gourmet hot sauce collection, a Shalito Farms beef, and a 7 cubic foot deep freezer to keep the beef cold until you are ready to shine. This is quite a package. So you can up your backyard grill skills and have a place to store your beef until they're ready to grill. So this is donated by Shalito Farms, Mitchell and Elise Summers, Josh and Shelby Sievers, Jeremiah and Danielle Wan, and Ryan and Cynthia Wells. I don't believe.
Okay. All righty, here we go. The Grill Master Ultimate Package. Just coming in the season, ready to go out there and grill just anytime soon. We are in Western Pennsylvania. You can grill all year round, whether you have to wear your snow gear, your swim gear, your rain gear, and the heat gear. You can just do it all. Who gives 700 and go? Who gives 7, 5, 505, 5 and 5, 5 and 5, 5, 6, 5 and 6, 500, 6 and 5, 5 and a half, 500, 5 and a half, $600, 6 and a half, 6 and a half, 700, 700, 7 and a half, 800, 800, 800, is that a yes? 775, 7 and a half, 775, 7 and a half, 775. What's the internet doing? 775, 7 and 75, $800, 8 and a quarter, 800, 8 and a quarter, 800, 8 and a quarter, 8 and a quarter, 800, 8 and a quarter, 825, 800, 8 and a quarter, 8 and a half, 8 and a half, 875, $900, 9 and a quarter, 9 and a half, 975, $1,000, 10 and a quarter, 10 and a half, 1075, 1100, 1100, 1100, 1100, 11 and a quarter, 11 and a half, 11 and a quarter, 11 and a half. So it's like checkers every other turn. 11 and a quarter, 11 and a half, 11 and a half, 1175, $1,200, 1200, 12 and a quarter, 1200, 12 and a quarter, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 75, 1275, 1300. 13 and a quarter, 13 and a quarter, 13 and a half, 13 and a half, 1375. Internet, what do you say? 13 and a half, 1375, 13 and a half, 1375, 1375. Did you see the price of beef, sir, when you go to the market? 13 and a half, I know you do. 13 and a half, 1375. Sold out 1350. Buyer 7059. 7059 for 1350.
All right, now I want to take a moment to thank our silver sponsors. The generosity of our silver sponsors have helped to cover costs of this particular event and more. One of our silver sponsors is Lemongrass Spa by April Ann Allstott, and our other silver sponsor is Sunset Farms. So please let us show our appreciations to our silver sponsors. And now we're going to talk about our acts of service. Our acts of service. Acts of service is our 8th and 12th graders are providing services. They provide yard work, babysitting and teachers' helpers, car detailing, Mother's Day bouquets, and much more for sale. All acts of service will be on sale through this evening until the board is empty. Is the board empty? The board is not empty. Where is the board? The board is right there. The board is right there. And so please, you can see by looking at the board what acts of service are still available. And so go ahead and if you have something that you would like to, some act of service from this board you'd like to receive, feel free to purchase it throughout this evening. The acts of service from 8th to 12th graders. And now, back to the classroom projects. Madison Avenue Classroom Projects Part 2. The first project in this section of our live auction will be from the first grade class of Mrs. Campbell. It's called Bird Blessings. The first graders created a set of bird houses and bird feeders for their classroom project this year. Each colorful piece, as you can see, is decorated with fingerprint flowers and bugs. Like baby birds, the students in first grade are always hungry for knowledge and challenges and ways to spread their wings. Thank you again to Shelby Sievers for her care in bringing this class project to completion. And like the mother birds who may claim these birdhouses, Mrs. Campbell, our first grade teacher, is also feathering her nest for her soon-to-arrive baby bird. Congratulations, Mrs. Campbell. Let's share our congratulations as we open the bidding, and nothing can say congratulations more than bidding high and often on this class project.
Okay, selling Mrs. Campbell's Bird Blessings right there. Who give 100? Give 100 and go. Give 100. $100 now one. $100 now one. Give 50. $50 and 50. $50 and 50. $50 and 50. Who get $25? 25, 30, 40, 30, 40, 30, 40, 40, 50, 40, 50, 60, 50, 60, 50 and 60, 50 and 60, 70, 70, 70, 80, 70 and 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 80, $80, 70 and 80, 70 and 80, 70 and 80, 80, 90, 80 and 90, 90 and 100, 100, 110, 120, 130, 140, 150, 151, 60, 150, 160. Sorry, I know you have a little more there. We was just there. 150, 160, 150, 160, 150, 60, 150, 160, 150, 160. Sold out $150. Buyers 7040. $150 to 7040.
All right, now we have a second grade class, Miss Dawson and Mr. Lewis. Their class project is the Guess Who game. The Guess Who game. It's a board game, has an exciting upgrade with some familiar faces from both second grade classes. Please don't lose your chance to win this game, this one-of-a-kind game that can be enjoyed for years to come. We want to thank Amber Osborne Photography, Ivy Hassenplug, and a wonderful group of second grade moms who worked on this new game night favorite. Are we playing the game?
You are playing the game
I'm
of
playing the
Guess
game.
Who is on stage.
I've never played the Guess Who game, so I'm not exactly sure
You
what I do.
can definitely have this.
So what do we do?
I've never played the game either, but I think what we have are pictures of all the second graders.
This is correct.
And you need to pick one of the young people. And
Okay.
Do you have one picked?
I have one picked.
I have one picked as well.
Okay.
I'm going to ask you a yes or no question.
I got you. Okay,
You got
I
it?
get it. Yep.
Is your person a male?
Yes.
So I am going to put all the young ladies down, and you may ask me a question.
Okay. Is your person wearing glasses?
Yes.
Okay. Bing, 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 bing. Bing, bing, bing. Bing, 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 bing,
You knocked a
bing.
couple extra.
I know.
No, that's all
I
right.
got to go back and find the people wearing glasses.
Does your person have a hat?
My person does not have a hat.
All right, you're up.
Is your person male?
Yes.
Okay, so let's go that one, that one, that one, that one. Okay.
Does your person have glasses?
My person does not have glasses. Does your person have a hat?
Yes.
Ah, boo. Okay.
Does your person have plaid?
Oh, man. No plaid.
Okay.
Let's see. Does your person have a green hat?
Yes. But I get the last question.
Oh, okay.
Is your person Jacob?
No.
What? All right, I quit.
It is not Jacob.
It's not?
No.
All right, well,
It was.
All right.
It's. Let me wait a minute. Hold on. It would be Jacob's father.
Jacob's father.
Yeah. Isaac.
Isaac.
Isn't Isaac Jacob's father?
Yes, it is.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you.
All right.
This is Grove City Christian
Yes,
Academy.
Christian Academy. We should know that right
thank
away.
you.
Yes.
Thank you.
My person was Jonah, by the way.
No. Okay. I was
in the
down
whale.
to 2. Yeah, I
Yeah.
was down to 2. Very
Okay.
good. Well, that's a fun game.
That is a very fun game.
That's worth bidding on. I'm telling you right there. Hours of fun. So this is the Guess Who game. And again, we want to thank Amber Osborne Photography, Ivy Hassenplug, and a wonderful group of second grade moms who worked to make this new family game night favorite a possibility.
Okay, since you guys need a little practice, you might want to bid on this game yourself.
feeling kind of itchy.
Selling a guess who game. Selling a guess who game right there. What are you thinking? Who give $100? $100 now, one and a quarter. $100, one and a quarter, one and a quarter. $125, $150, $150, $175, $175, $200, two and a quarter. I'll be back. $2 and a quarter, $2 and a half, $2 and a half, $275, $275, $300, $300, $3 and a quarter, $300, $3 and a quarter, $3 and a quarter. Your turn, sir. $300, $3 and a quarter, $3 and a half, $3 and a quarter, $3 and a half, $375, $400, $4 and a quarter, $4 and a quarter, $4 and a half, $475, $475, $475, $500, $500, $475, $500. Sir, you're not in. $500, $500, for $500, $500, $5 and a quarter, $5 and a quarter, $5 and a half, $5 and a half, $5 and a half, $5 and a quarter, $5 and a half, $550 is all, sir. $5 and a quarter, $5 and a half, $5 and a quarter, $5 and a half, quarter, half. Sold out, $550 to the internet. $550, buyer number. Do you have a number for me to say for the internet, or you're good? Oh my gosh, don't drop it. 7019, 7019 on the internet.
All right, now we have the Fruit of the Spirit charcuterie board from the third grade project of Mrs. Spears' class. In the third grade, you may remember the students study medieval history and create their own shields adorned with scripture and animals representing character traits like courage and honor. This year, for their classroom project, they are proud to present a wooden shield bearing the crest of the fruits of the Spirit on the front. The back is inscribed with the students' names, and the shield has been finished with wax, so it can be used as an actual charcuterie board or simply as a beautiful decoration. A special thank you goes to Tipple Cabinetry and Reeves Design for crafting this beautiful keepsake, this Fruit of the Spirit charcuterie board from Mrs. Spears' third grade class.
And it is definitely one of a kind.
Absolutely.
Absolutely one of a kind right there.
They don't even have this at Costco.
No, they don't. No, they don't. Walmart's out too. Okay, what are you thinking right there? Who give 500 and go? Give 505, 5 and 5. Who has one just like it? Who get 3, 303, 3 and 3, give $100. $100 now, $100 now, $100, 1 and a quarter, $100, 1 and a quarter, 1 and a quarter, $100, 1 and a quarter, 1 and a quarter, 1 and a half, 1 and a half, 75, 75, 175, 175, $200, 200, 2 and a quarter, 200, 2 and a quarter, 2 and a quarter, 2 and a quarter, 2 and a half, 2 and a quarter, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 275, 275, 250, 75. Sir, you don't have one. 2 and a half, 75, 2 and a half, 75, 2 and a half and 75, 2 and a half, 75, 275, 2 and a half, 275, sir. 250, 275, 300, 3 and a quarter, 3 and a half, 375, 400, 400, 4 and a quarter, 400, 4 and a quarter, 400, 4 and a quarter, 4 and a quarter. Sir, do you want back in? 400, 4 and a quarter, 400, 4 and a quarter, 4 and a quarter, 4 and a quarter. Sold out, $400. Buyer number 7028. $400 to 7028.
Okay, now we have Ms. Schulter's fourth grade class, their class project, the Americana Quilt. The Americana Quilt. From the early explorers through the War for Independence, the fourth graders study colonial American history. Just yesterday, actually, they participated in Colonial Days with special activities like butter churning and axe throwing. Not to be confused with butter throwing and axe churning. That's a whole different activity. The needlework and the silhouettes of each student contained in this patriotic table runner are classic examples of the time period. We want to thank Cynthia Wells, Cindy Beggs, Jessica Grazer, and Roxy Minnemeyer for their many hours teaching the students to sew, threading needles, and finishing this timeless treasure. Your Independence Day celebration will be complete with this American table runner at the center. So there you have it, the Americana Quilt from Mrs. Schulter's fourth grade class.
Okay, here you go right here. Here's the quilt. The gals brought it up here on stage. Here's the table runner quilt right there. What are you thinking right there? Give 202, 2 and 2, 2 and 2, 200, 2 and a quarter, 200, 2 and a quarter, 2 and a quarter, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 75, 275, 250, 75, $300, 3 and a quarter, 300, 3 and a quarter, 3 and a quarter, 300, 3 and a quarter, 300, 3 and a quarter, 3 and a quarter, 3 and a half, 375, 375, 375, 400, 400, 4 and a quarter, 4 and a half, 475, 475, 500, 5 and a quarter, 5 and a quarter, 5 and a quarter, 5 and a half, 575, $600, 6 and a quarter, 6 and a half, 6 and a half, 6 and a half, 675. Hang tight. 675, 700, 7 and a quarter, 7 and a quarter, 7 and a quarter, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 775, $800, $800, 8 and a quarter, 8 and a half, 875, 875, $900, $900, 900, 9 and a quarter, 9 and a quarter, 9 and a half, 975, 975, 975, $1,000, 10, 10 and a quarter, 10 and a half, 1075, 1075, 1,100, 1,100, 1,100, 11 and a quarter, 11 and a half, 11 and a half, 11 and a half, 11 and a quarter, 11 and a half, 11 and a quarter, 11 and a half, 11 and a half. Sir, would you give 1,500? 1,500, 15 and a quarter, 15 and a half, 1,575, 1,600, 1,700, 1,700. If you help me, it might bring two. 1,700, 1,800, 1,900, $2,000, 21. 21, 2,200, 2,200. Ha ha ha. I thank you for your help, sir. 21 and 2,200, 21 and 2,200, 21 and 2,200. Sir, what would you like to do? 2,200. I don't want to leave you out. The internet, did you come to life? 21 and 2,200, 21 and 20. Do you want to give 2,150? 2,200, 2,200, 2,200, 22 and a half, 2,300, 2,300. If you help me, might bring 2,500. 22 and a half, 2,300, 2,300, 23 and a half, 23 and a half. Sir, think of the proud moment it would be. It's patriotic. 23 and a half, 23 and a half, 23 and a half, 23, 3 and a half, 23, 3 and a half, 2,400, 2,400. Ma'am, you don't want to come here and say this gentleman outbids you. 2,400, 2,400, 2,400, 23 and a half, 20. I don't want to miss you over here now. 23 and a half and 2,400. I sold it 23.50. You are the winner, sir. What's your number? 7052, 7052. Thank you both. Thank you.
All right, after that excitement, I do have a quick update from our outstanding and dedicated athletic director, Dr. Megan Nash. So, you may know that we have a variety of sports offered. This past year, our middle school girls volleyball team took home a league championship. Our middle school girls and boys cross-country teams won a National Christian Invitational. Our elementary archery team took second place in the Pennsylvania State Tournament. In the winter, we have girls and boys basketball teams, as well as the ability to see the flag team during halftime at the basketball games. Archery competes during the winter season, and now that it is spring, our disc golf team, which has about 30 members, can be found just about every afternoon at Memorial Park, as well as our Little Griffin program, where our current coaches and players teach the basics of their sports to the students at Madison as we strive to inspire the next generation of athletes. And we thank you for your support for our athletics program, for all of our coaches, and especially for our athletic director. Back to Dr. Sean Rittenauer.
All right, as we transition into our final section of the live auction packages, we're going to take a few moments to thank our bronze sponsors. They are some new donors on this list and some repeat donors. We want to thank Momentum Chiropractic, Sontag Excavating, Community Foundation of Western PA and Eastern Ohio, Collage Coffee, Grove City Agway and Pets, and State Farm, Pam Chickness. Thank you to our bronze sponsors. And now we move to the part 3 of our live auction items. The first is the Exploring Erie package. The Exploring Erie package. Want to travel north instead? You don't want to go to central Pennsylvania? You can go north to Erie, and you can spend a relaxing few days in Erie. This package includes a beef tote, a beach tote filled with beach necessities and 2 folding chairs that allow you to relax while soaking up the rays during the summertime, of course. Enjoy 4 passes to Erie's Art Museum, the Maritime Museum, and flagship Niagara. My wife and I have been to that, and it's worth going to for sure. Also includes 4 passes to Erie Zoo and Waldemere Park. 4 upper box tickets for the Erie Seawolves professional baseball team. 2 free admission tickets to the Experience Children's Museum in Erie. There are Splash Lagoon $50 and $250 gift cards. There are 2 $10 Chick-fil-A gift cards. There is a $100 Sheetz gift card. There is a splash pad, 3 pairs of goggles, a beach towel, and a large beach bag. And last but not least, a wooden ship wheel. Just sort of as the cherry on the top of the sundae. That is the Exploring Erie package, donated by Erie Art Museum, Erie Maritime Museum and flagship Niagara, Erie Seawolves, Professional Baseball, Erie Zoological Society, Michael Holmes, Logan and Sarah Husband, Josh and Shelby Sievers, Ryan and Cynthia Wells, and more. So go north to Erie.
Erie's not all about the snow.
You are
It's
right.
not all about the snow. We've been there when it snowed, but this here is a great opportunity to go to Erie. There's lots to do up in Erie, and there's lots of things to spend a lot of great family time together. So selling the part 3 of the Exploring Erie. Okay, who give $1,000? Who give 10? 10, 110, 10 and 10, 5, 505, 5 and 5, 5 and 6, 5, 6, 7, 6 and 7, 7 and 8, and 7 and 8, $800, 8 and 9, 809. Well, boy, that internet sure knows how to cut awful quick. We were doing good. 8 1/4, 8 1/2, 8 1/2, 875. 8, tell modern technology to keep up. 875, 8 1/2, 875, 8 1/2, 875, 8 1/2, 875, 75, 858, 75, 8 1/2, 875, 8 1/2, 75, 75. Internet, what do you think? 875, 8 1/2, 875, 8 1/2, 875, 875. We're waiting on modern technology, ma'am. 8 1/2, 875, $900. $900. She says 9. Now the inner says 900, 9 1/4, 9 1/4, 909. It's always better to buy live than it is on that technology. 900, 9 1/4, 900, 9 1/4, 900, 9 1/4, 9 1/4. Think of all the things you could do, and you even get the gas money to go there. 900, 9 1/4, 900, 9 1/4, 9, 9 1/4, 900, 9. Look at her. She says she'd like to go. 900, 9 1/4, 900, 9 1/4, 9 1/4, 900, 9 1/4. Sold out to the internet. $900. Was it 7019? 7019, $900.
All right, next up is the America package. This includes a number of very interesting items. It includes 4 hours of one-on-one handgun training, which expires on April 1st, 2025 at Wolf Creek Training. This is training that some of which my wife and I have had. It's excellent. I highly recommend it. It also includes a Ruger Wrangler 22 LR handgun and holster to be picked up at the Morris Gun Shop. It includes assorted ammunition, a gun safe, and accessories. 2 large Cabela sweatshirts, men's performance top and pants, large mossy oak coat, muck boots, a youth camo shirt, and a Hornady hat, a hunting knife, a pocket knife, and a pocket clip knife, some koozies, a $50 Flynn's Tire gift card, a Rendo's Beer Distributor gift card, a Tom O'Shanter Golf Course complimentary 18 holes for 4. A lot of material. And I just got, this is the kind of package that makes Western Pennsylvania great. I am telling you. Not very many schools that have a package like this. Just warms my heart. This is donated, by the way, by Morris Gun Shop. Rendos Beer Distributor, Tom O'Shanter Golf Course, Wolf Creek Training and Consulting, James and Robin Zeekley, Jeremiah and Danielle Wan, and Bob and Karen Watson. The America package.
This is a large package, guys. You can go, you can do a little bit of everything and anything, and it's just not just for the adults here. You can teach your children a lot with this package.
Sure, absolutely.
Who give 2,000? Who give 2? 2002, 2 and 2. Give $1,000. Let's go. Who give 10? $1,000, 10, 10, 50, 10, 50, 1,100, 1,100, 11 and a half, 11 and a half, and 1,200, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 1,200, 12 and a half, 1,250. 1,300, 13 and a half, sir, 13 and a half, 13 and a half, 1,400, 14 and a half, 14 and a half, 14 and a half, 1,500, 15 and a half. Don't be looking around, sir. 15 and a half, 1,600, 16 and a half. Sir, it's your turn. Checkers every other turn. 1,600, 16 and a half. 2,000, 2,100, 2,200, 2,300, 2,300. Sir, you put your card down. 22, 2,300. 2,300, 22, 2 and a half, 22, 2 and a half. Sir, make him pay the 2,300. Don't let him bump you up like that and then just quit. 22, 2 and a half, 22, 2 and a half, 22, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 22, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 22 and a half, 2,300, sir. 23 and a half. Let's see if we can get 2,500, sir. 23 and a half, 23 and a half, 2,500, 25 and a half. Oh, sir, it's okay. It's only money. 2,500, 25 and a half, 25 and a half, 25 and a half, 25 and a half, 2,500. Thanks for what you did. 2,500, 25 and a half. Hey, the internet, you're not in. 2,500, 25 and a half. Sold out $2,500 to buyer 7031. 7031 for 2,500.
All right, this is another fun package. This is the Staycation Grove City. You know, sometimes to have a relaxing time, you don't have to go to Erie. You don't have to go to central Pennsylvania. You don't have to go to Kentucky. You can stay right here in Grove City, and this package will help you do so. Mealtime in Grove City has plenty of options, and this package includes an array of restaurant gift cards. Quite frankly, the only struggle you'll have is choosing where to eat first. There are two $25 Blackout Burger Bar gift cards. There's a $25 Broad Street Grill gift card. There is a $30 Compadres Mexican Restaurant gift card, a $25 Fox's Den Pizza Den gift certificate, and a $20 Katie's Corner gift certificate for dessert. And you also can work off these restaurant calories while having fun with your $40 Bolodrome arcade gift card, 4 Keystone Safari Day Passes, good for the walk-through or the drive-through option, $50 gift certificates to Willow Hills Golf Center, a $100 gift certificate to of a tandem skydive with Skydive Pennsylvania. After your busy day in town, wind down with 5 tickets to the Guthrie. And when it's time to call it a night, enjoy your 1 week free stay in one of 2 Grove City Airbnbs. They all fill up fast, so please book quickly. This also includes a collection of 25 real photo postcards of Grove City and Grove City College, and 1 jumbo postcard reproduced as a photo postcard. It includes the Grove City The Way We Were book, and last but not least, the Cat's Meow Town blocks. This is donated by Blackout Burger Bar, Bolodrome, Broad Street Grill, Compadres Mexican Restaurant, Fox's Pizza Den, Grove City Area Historical Society and Museum, Katie's Corner, Keystone Safari, Skydive Pennsylvania, Willow Hills Golf Center Incorporated, Bob and Karen Watson, and Jeff and Jackie Richardson. Thank you very much for donating this Staycation Grove City package.
Do you think you could get this all done in a week in Grove City?
I doubt it.
I mean, just look at the gift cards right there.
Not if you have to work for a living.
Yeah. Yeah, here we go. We're going to have a staycation in Grove City. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff there. How about like $3,000? 2002, 2 and 2, 2 and 2. Give $1,000. Look at all those gift cards and what you get to do. $1,000. Who give 5? 505, 5 and 5, 5 and 5, 5 and 5, $500. Who give 300? 3 and a quarter. Chuck, I took him 300, 3 and a quarter, 500, 5 and a half, 600, 600, 5 and a half and 6, 5 and a half and $600, 5 and a half and 6, 600, 6 and a half, 600, 6 and a half, 700, 700, 700, 7 and a half, 7 and a half. Sir, I know you have money. You were in that last deal to 2,300. 700, 7 and a half, I'm sorry. No, not really. 700, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, $800, $800, 800, 8 and a half, 800, 8 and a half, 8 and a half, 800, 8 and a half, 800, 8 and a half, 8 and a half, 800, 8 and a half, 8 and a half. Did you see all those gift certificates? 800, 8 and a half, 800, 8 and a half, 8 and a half, 8 and a half. Sir, maybe he'll take you with you. 800, 8 and a half, 800, 8 and a half, 8 and a half, 800, 8 and a half, 8 and a half, 8 and a half, 8 and a half. Sold out $800 to buyer 7054. Thank you. Thank you both. 7054.
All right, I believe this is the final package entitled The Quart of Cash. The Quart of Cash. This is donated by Bob and Karen Watson. If you've been saving up your money for a rainy day, this quart jar must have been located in western Pennsylvania because it's plenty rainy here. And we've got a quart jar with much cash in it. And this jar full of cash will go to the highest bidder.
I bet you there might be less than 10,000 in there. It's pretty heavy, she says. Might have some silver in there. You might have a gold coin or two. You know what gold's doing today. Okay, on the quart of cash. Who give 1,000 and go get 10, 1,010, 10 and 10, 5, 505, 5 and 5, 5 and 5, 5 and 5, $300 on my quart of cash. 300, 3 and a quarter, 3 and a quarter, 3 and a half, 3 and a half, 75, 375, 400, 400, 4 and a quarter, 4 and a quarter, 4 and a half, 4 and a half, 475, 500, 500, 500, 500. Sir, there might be $500 in there. 475 and 5, 500, 5 and a quarter, 500, 5 and a quarter, 5 and a half. Sir, there might be 550 in there. 5 and a quarter, 5 and a half, 5 and a quarter, 5 and a half, quarter half, 5 and a quarter, 5 and a half, 5 and a half. 550's all, sir. 550, 575, 575, $600, 6 and a quarter, 6 and a quarter, 6 and a quarter, $600, 6 and a quarter, $600, 6 and a quarter, 625, sir. 625. Oh, don't look at me in disgust, sir. 600. Well, you're going to be disappointed if he gets $1,000. 600, 6 and a quarter. Huh? Good for him. 6 and a quarter, 6 and a half. 675, 700, 7 and a quarter. Sir, I could give you the same speech. You did well. You did very well tonight. 700, 7 and a quarter, 700, 7 and a quarter, 700, 7 and a quarter. Sold out $700 to buyer 7054, 7054. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
11, and then 19 corn. We got a little bit more here.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have a special item here. We've got homemade guacamole and corn salsa. We've got 11, are these pints? No, what are these? 11 cups. 11 containers, plastic containers, just like this, of guacamole and 19 of corn salsa. And we would like to sell as many.
Homemade by Amelia?
Absolutely, homemade by Amelia, right? This is not deli stuff at County Market. This is the real deal, okay? Not that the stuff at County Market is bad. I'm not saying that. I like County Market just fine. But this is pretty special. You don't get this every day.
Okay, so I have 11 containers of the guacamole, and I got 19 of the salsa. We're going to do the guacamole first, okay? And you can take up to 11. Is that fair enough?
Yes, you can take up to 11.
You can take up to 11. So who gave $100 a container? That's not $100 per chip that you dip in. That's $100 for the whole container. Well, that didn't work, did it? Give 50. $50 and 50, 50 and 50, $50, 75, 50, 60, $60, 60, 50, 60, $50, 60, 50, 60, 50, 60, 50, and 60. You have any chips to go with it? 50 and 60, 50 and 60, 60, 60. $50, how many do you want? She takes 2, and your number is 7028, she takes 2. Who else wants one for $50? 7056, you just want 1 or you want 2? He takes 2. Okay. Over here, 7041, how many do you want? She takes 1 for $50. So that's 5, and if we had 11, that should be 6. 7051, he takes 1. 7051, no, can I look at that number again? Can I look at your number again? 7059, not 51. 7059 takes 1. 7031 takes 1. Who else? Who else wants some? Oh, he already. 7040 takes 2. 7040 takes 2. And how many do you want? I've got 2 left. Did you say I have 2 left? I have 2 left. You should take them both, don't you think, ma'am? You could have friends over. Okay, 7041 takes the last 2.
No more guacamole.
Now I have 19. Now I have 19 of the salsa. 19 of the salsa right there. And somebody says that it is a lot better than that other stuff I just sold. I just heard that. So would you give $100 for a container of that? Chuck, what do you think? Oh, well, that's a challenge. Would you like to give $50 for this container? Oh, he's asking permission.
It's not up to me. I have people here.
50, 60, 50, 60, 50, and 60. $60, 50, 60, 50, and 60. Did anybody want to bail him out? 50 and 60, 50 and 60. $50 to 7043. How many would you like? 1.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Okay, yeah. Who would like, how many? 7028. She takes 3. 7038 takes 3. Who else? 7059 takes 1. 7006 takes 1. 7025. You've been sleeping all night. Do you want 2, sir? He takes 2. What would you like to do? Would you like some salsa? Yeah, both of you. Would you like some salsa?
You look like your salsa people.
Look, he's giving me the stare. Who else? 7054 takes 2. 7054 takes 2. Hold it still. 7003. How many do you want? 2. 7003 takes 2.
They're going fast.
I'm sorry.
Oh, there we got some more.
Okay. 7045 takes 1. 7045 takes 1. How many I got left? 6
only have
left.
6 left.
6 left. 6 left.
I got 6. That's all there is.
What are you guys going to have for lunch tomorrow? 7021 takes 2. I have 4 left. 7021 takes 2. We just have 4 left. You guys have been a great crowd all evening. We sure do appreciate each and every one of you for being here. We've got 4 left. We have 4 left. 7040, you want all 4 of them? He takes 2. And 7036 takes 1. Chuck, do you want the last one? I don't eat it, but thank you. I'm sorry. 7006 takes the last one. That is all of my time. I do thank you for yours. You've been a great crowd to work with this evening. Thank you for bidding with your heart to help out this great association to help these kids for the schooling. Thank you very much.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Beth Hilmar. Congratulations. Thank you so much. All right, now after that exciting bidding on the guacamole and salsa, if you still have some money burning in your pocket, no worries. We're here to help. We're here to help. I want to make you aware of the Bear Much Fruit donation. The Bear Much Fruit donation. The capital campaign was a success. Goals were met, and the HVAC system is on schedule for our Madison Avenue campus. We thank the Lord for this. We praise the Lord for this. And we thank you to everyone who contributed in making this campaign a success. Now, if you want to continue to donate, if you have some extra money, please feel free to use to talk to the cashier, and they'll be happy to take a donation. You can use the QR code to participate that's on your live auction handout. Also, all gifts tonight will support ongoing projects, including the athletics program and the outdoor areas and more. Teacher treasures. Teacher treasures are winners are posted on the back table. The Acts of Service Board still, I think, has a few options available, so take advantage of those. Our cashiers are in the hallway, and helpers are available to help in to assist carrying baskets if you need it. Again, I just want to give a huge thank you to Beth Hilmar of Beth Hilmar Auctions for being our stand-in and auctioneer and for donating her time and talents this year. It was a pleasure working with you. And now I'd like to introduce again Reverend Lawrence.
All right, let's take a moment to pray. As someone who is a parent here and also works, I'm tremendously grateful for the generosity that was on display and what this meant for our community, so thank you. Let's pray. So gracious Lord, we thank you for your good work in our midst. We thank you for the many blessings that you pour out upon us. Thanks for those who have worked tirelessly to make this evening possible. Thanks for those who have given generously. We do pray for this school. We ask that the mission to raise up young men and women who love you and serve you and know you with a gladness and singleness of heart will go forth, knowing that you are guiding and supporting. And so we put this ministry at your feet, asking for your continued blessing. Send us out now, Lord, with a glad and joyful heart for your presence in our lives. And we pray this in Jesus' name. Amen. Thank you.
All right, thank you to everyone, and have a good night. Don't forget to take home your raffle baskets. I don't have any voice to announce them all again.